Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. In the last episode we began our adventure in the lands of the Hoenn region, gaining our starter Pokemon Osborne the Mudkip, met our new rival May, and completed the tutorial of our journey in one fell swoop. Overall, with the adventure now truly beginning, I believe it's time we finally meet up with our father, the gym leader of Petalburg Gym, and truly prepare ourselves for the big open road we've truly set ourselves upon. So, with that being said, honestly, our journey now continues in Petalburg City. And honestly, with the fact that, well, we're definitely going to be meeting Norman, and actually, that's him right there, to be honest. But here we go.
Not bad. It was a good battle.
Thank you, sir.
Come back and challenge me again sometime. I'll be looking forward to seeing you and your Pokemon again. When you're a bit stronger, of course.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna do special training with my Pokemon, then I'll challenge this gym again. Thank you for the battle, Mr. Norman. And right there, there's our father. Hey, Norman. Long time no see. Or we should say dad, long time no see.
Well, if it isn't Spooks. So you finished moving in. I see. Well, I guess we shouldn't stand around out here talking. Do you want to come in for a bit? We can talk in the gym.
Okay, well, let's head on inside the Petalburg City Gym. Although, he's not the first gym leader, if you guys are wondering. He is, technically actually the halfway point. I believe he's the 5th gym leader, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he is the 5th one. So basically, when you're halfway into your journey, you'll definitely be seeing Norman again. But, honestly, being able to see him right at the beginning of the journey is still pretty cool. Although, even though he isn't the first one.
You know, I'm sure was surprised that you managed to get here by yourself. I see. You're making a good start on your team. Then I guess you're going to become a trainer like me, Spooks. Now that's something to look forward to.
That is definitely something. That's definitely for sure. Excuse me? I'd like to get a Pokemon, please. Oh, hello. And, well, I'm gonna, although it's not really a spoiler, this is actually another major character. This is actually going to be our second major rival. And although there is only 2 in this game, well, he is definitely one of them. I could definitely say that one, that's for sure. But that's all I'll leave it to. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything for newbies to the game, so I don't want to, spoil the story for anybody that this is their first time. But I will have to say that he is the secondary major rival of our adventure, just so to let people know. That's pretty much it, but you'll learn that pretty much immediately. But I just wanted to make sure that was mentioned in case people don't know. So, that being said, honestly, let's keep going.
Aren't you? You're Wally, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to go stay with my relatives in Turf Town for a while. But I thought I might be lonely by myself, so I wanted to bring a Pokemon with me. But I've never caught a Pokemon by myself. I'm not sure if I can.
I see. Spooks, you're all that, right? You go with Wally. Make sure that he's safe to catch his Pokemon, okay? Wally here. I'll lend you one of my Pokemon.
Wally received a Zigzagoon.
Oh wow, your Pokemon, sir.
I'll give you a Pokeball too. So give it your best.
Wally received a Pokeball as well. Technically only one, although I hope he has more on his pocket in case he does mess up, because you never know. Some Pokemon aren't 100%, let's be honest here.
Thank you, Mr. Norman.
Well, hello there, Wally.
Spooks, you will come with me, right?
Of course. Well, let's definitely go help him out with catching his very first Pokemon. Technically, this is more of a tutorial for himself, but technically, I guess you could say this is technically part of a tutorial too.
Spooks, Pokemon hide in tall grass like this, right? Don't they?
Yep, that is indeed true.
please stay there to watch and see if I can catch one properly.
Okay, well, we'll be sitting right here then.
Whoa.
And there he is. There you go, buddy. You found yourself a Pokemon. And it's a Routes of all Pokemon. And, well, you do got your Zigzagoon. So, definitely go about trying to catch your Routes here. Because, let's be honest here, Routes is definitely not a bad Pokemon. That's definitely for sure. Routes is a really good Pokemon. Especially for its evolutions. But honestly, well, if you can catch it, you can definitely go about trying to catch it. But 2 tackles for the Routes, get as low as you possibly can, then throw a Pokeball, and, well, that's how you catch Pokemon. Pretty simple, but...
I'm supposed to try and weaken the Pokemon first before I throw a Pokeball, right? Well, I guess here goes.
Well, here goes indeed. And technically he has 15 Pokeballs, so the one that he got from Norman, our father, was not really much of a dent into what his actual Pokeballs were. But you never know when you're going to need more Pokeballs, to be fair. But there you go, Wally's caught his very first Pokemon. And the very first one happened to be a Routes. Although, he didn't get a starter if you saw his team, because obviously his starter is technically the Routes, I guess you could say. But not too bad. You did pretty good, Wally.
I did it. It's my own Pokemon. Thanks so much, Spooks. Let's head back to the gym, okay?
Okay, well, let's head back to Petalburg Gym. Now that we got our catching tutorial technically finished, even though it really wasn't ours.
So, did it go well?
Yeah, I did. Thank you. Let's give you, back your Pokemon, sir. And you, Spooks. Thank you for coming with me. It's all thanks to you, too, that I was able to catch Routes. My very own Routes. I will always treasure it. Oh, I know. It's not much of a thank you, but, Spooks, will you let me see your Pokénav Plus for a second? Okay, that and, there.
Wally updated Spooks Pokénav Plus. Thanks. You can now use the Pokénav Plus features on your Pokénav, or PlayNav features on your Pokénav Plus. That's a mouthful and a half.
I read in the book how you can use the PlayNav to take care of your Pokemon and train them. There's even supposed to be this thing called, the PSS, where you can meet up with the other trainers and battle friends and more. I've wanted to have my own Pokemon for so long, and do all those kind of things together. So I've had all these kinds of apps installed on my Pokénav Plus for ages. Embarrassing, huh?
It's all good.
I'm going to try my best together with Routes. You do your best too, Spooks. Oh, but my mom's waiting for me. I've gotta get going. I hope we'll meet again, Spooks. And you too, Mr. Norman.
And with that being said, well, we definitely got a nice introduction to both our rivals of our adventure. Although, technically, I guess you could say the major team of the game can technically be your rivals as well. But, for the most part, if we're going based on normal rivals like Gary / Blue for the older games for, like, the originals, well, technically, well, Wally and May are definitely your major rivals, if we're going based on that kind of way. But not bad. We'll definitely take it.
That boy will be worth keeping an eye on. But for now, Spooks, if you want to become strong as a trainer, listen to my advice. First head to Rustboro City, which lies beyond this town. There you should challenge Gym Leader Roxanne. After her, go to the other Pokemon gyms and defeat their leaders as well. Collect badges for them, understand? Of course, I'm a gym leader too. I'm sure we'll have battle one day, of course. But that will only be after you become stronger, Spooks.
And that is indeed true. But before we go, let's see what else our dad has for us.
Weren't you going to go to the Pokemon Gym in Rustboro? Sorry, but I don't get pleasure for battling greenhorn trainers. There's no challenge there. I want you to grow much stronger before I would consider taking you on a battle. Come back when you got at least 4 badges. Then I'll take you on, Spooks.
And there's our proof. So I was right, it was 5. He's our 5th trainer, or 5th gym leader, so he is the halfway point. Thought I remembered that right, but there's our proof. But not too bad. But there we go. Oh, there was actually something here. Gym leader Norman, a man in pursuit of power. If I remember correctly, Norman is the normal type gym leader. Goes with the name, but still though, he is the normal type gym leader. And not an easy one either, from what I remember. But we'll go into that when we actually get to Norman. Since, yeah, it would be a little early to talk about Norman and his Pokemon. And also, Wally's house is over here. Might as well see if he's still in here. No reason not to. Also, check on his parents. You're Spooks, aren't you? Thank you for helping out our Wally out back there. That boy has been sickly since the time he was born, I'm afraid. That's why we decided to send him to stay with my brother's family in Verdant Earth Town for a while. The air is far cleaner there than it is around these parts. Oh, you're looking for Wally. I'm sorry, young man, but I'm afraid he's already left. I wonder where he is right now at this moment. That is a very good question. Wonder where he is too. Wally was so happy when he told us that he caught a Pokemon. It's been ages since I've seen him smile like that. Also kinda curious. Might as well check out Wally's room while we're here, since there's no reason not to, at least, while we're here. Might as well, since we're already in his house. But, with that being said, honestly, with Wally already on his adventure, he's already left for his adventure. Honestly, off to Route 104. And honestly, while we're here, you never know what kind of Pokemon we can run into, too. Since there's definitely Pokemon we might want to add to our team on the way to Rustboro. If you're going to throw a Pokeball, weaken the wild Pokemon first. It'll be easier to catch if it's been poisoned, burned, lulled to sleep, or such like. That is true, but sleep is the best one, specifically for catching Pokemon. And honestly, I wish that I knew that a lot earlier when it came to catching Pokemon. But it is something to know for sure, because, well, honestly, I didn't really start doing that until later adventures. I always did, like, statuses, but I never knew that sleep was the best one until, like, late into my Pokemon adventures. And honestly, it was around, I'm trying to remember specifically, right before, I believe it was right before Sword and Shield is where I learned that. So, yeah, it's pretty fresh. I'm definitely going to be honest there. But honestly, it's not a bad thing to know once you do figure it out, since it is the best modifier when it comes to the statuses. And honestly, if you want to easier catch on a Pokemon, it's definitely good information to know that a status will increase it, but knowing that there is a specific one that gives you the best, well, that's the best knowledge to know. Wish they would have, like, said that without you having to look at the actual numbers for it, but it's true. It's definitely true. Wurmple is targeted by Swellow as prey. This Pokemon will resist by pointing the spikes on its rear at the attacking predator. It will weaken the foe by leaking poison from its spikes. Wurmple, the worm Pokemon. Bug type, 1 foot and 7.9 pounds. And technically, if we go based on the actual evolutions of the Pokemon, a dual evolution Pokemon, because honestly, with the fact that it's how Wurmple works, it has 2 versions of the second evolution. And depending on second evolution, you know what your third Pokemon's gonna be. So, you're either going to be getting a Cascoon, or you're going to be getting a Silicoon. And, well, that's how you're going to be knowing that you're going to be getting a certain type of Pokemon. So it's definitely good to know when it comes to dealing with that kind of stuff. Ho-ho! My pretty Pico's as full as energy as usual. Well, hello there, Pico. Piqui. Well, nice to meet you there, Pico. Mr. Briney's cottage. And hello, are you a trainer? You look like one based on how you're looking around. My Pokemon is staggeringly tired. I should have brought a potion. Would you give him one of your potions? Sure. Here you go, you can have one. What? Thank you. Spooks handed the boy a potion. I actually did not know you could do that. That's actually interesting. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, my Pokemon made a complete recovery. Do you want to fight me now? Nope. Well, I guess we just gave him a free potion for later, I guess. Oh, actually, wait a minute. That is a Wingull over there. We might as well go straight over there, because that's the only flying poke. Oh, actually, no, it could be Tailo, actually. It's very, well, we didn't make it to it. Well, Zigzagoon it is. Never mind. We almost had a chance of getting a free flying type Pokemon right there, but Zigzagoon is definitely not going to make that easy, based on the fact that, well, if I remember correctly, the Pokemon that was in the grass will go away, now that the fact that we did run into a Pokemon. So unfortunately, our flying type Pokemon either could have been a Wingull, it could have been a Tailo, but it should be gone as soon as this fight's over, I'm pretty sure. But we might as well catch the Zigzagoon while we're here, since no reason not to, right? So, there we go. Zigzagoon has been caught, and that adds another Pokemon to our Pokedex. Since, honestly, I don't mind catching Pokemon if we get the chance to. It's better to go for a catch than to knock out a Pokemon. Since you get a Pokemon, you also get the experience, so there's no point not to. The hair on Zigzagoon's back is bristly. It rubs the hard back hair against trees to leave its territorial markings. This Pokemon may play dead to full foes in battle. Zigzagoon, the tiny raccoon Pokemon, pure normal type, all the way through, and 1 foot, 4 inches, and 38.6 pounds. Pretty heavy Pokemon, but definitely not a bad one for the most part. Just not a Pokemon I'd primarily use when it comes to battling. It's more of a Pokemon used for HMs and stuff like that in the original game. And there was a lot of those. Any normal type Pokemon usually in the previous games when it came to just in general for Red and Blue, or you could technically say Fire Red and Leaf Green, or you can also say for just in general for... Ooh, actually, that's a bird Pokemon. Where is that? No, that's not a bird Pokemon, no wings. Based on the cry, should be a new one. Pretty sure it should be a new one. Oh, yep, there's Tailo. But no wings, so the one that we saw with the wings was definitely Wingull then. There's a Tailo at level 15? That's a little high. Okay then. Why is it level 15? Wait a minute, this is, definitely not what I was signing up for when I went to a fight. Okay, that's strange. That's a possibility of happening, but I did not know that was a possibility when, like, just in general, I thought that was gonna be, like, around our level. Okay, then we need to be careful with Pokemon that are, rustling in the grass. Technically, we could see that with the nav, but, I don't think we're gonna be catching the Tailo here. And it probably wouldn't be a good idea to do so either, to be fair, with it being level... Actually, we couldn't even run away. With Drake being knocked out, that was our free one to get out of the fights. So, we're going to have to use Osborne here to get out of this. Just because, one, getting a level 15 this early would not be a good idea. And because it knocked us out, we should probably go back. Well, there's another one. That's 100% another Tailo based on the cry. What level are you before we even think about worrying about trying to get anywhere into a fight? Okay, this one's level 5. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Yeah, level 15 is a little too high for this being an early route. That's more like a second gym-like level Pokemon for what we were just fighting there for the last one. So, I'll take the level 5 over the previous one. Probably shouldn't have went for same type attack boost though. Probably not the smartest thing, but it wasn't that bad, okay? I was thinking it was going to be worse, but half the HP of that is way better than what I thought was going to happen. I thought we were going to knock it out in one go. That's what I thought was going to happen. But honestly, catching a Tailo would be a good thing. Having a flying type Pokemon is never a bad thing. And honestly, Tailo and Swellow are not a bad combo of evolution and pre-evolution. So, honestly, Tailo would definitely be something good to have on the party, if we can get it. And it really depends on if this Pokeball... Nope. Pokeball did not work with us there, so we don't have any more to go with, so... Sorry there, Tailo. Gotta knock you out. But if we run into you again, I might end up adding you to our team. But we need more Pokeballs before we worry about that. But... if I didn't throw any at the Zigzagoon, I probably would still have some left, to be fair. Level 10 for Osborne, not too bad. Only 6 more levels till we can actually get our first evolution. And honestly, that'll definitely come in handy later. But yeah, we should probably heal up. And now that I realized we didn't have any Pokeballs, probably should buy some of those too while we're at it. Since we should be able to get some decent amount of them, honestly. Since we do have a little bit of money to work with. But this should give us 11 with the Premier Ball. So, not too bad. Cool. And then honestly, we could buy some potions too, to be fair, but we're good on potions. Forgot we got some free ones. And then honestly, because we're going into a place that we should have some antidotes on, honestly, we should buy some. Because of the fact that there is poison-type Pokemon in the next area. So, having some poison protection is never a bad thing, to be honest. But let's definitely get that heal in, since we don't have revives, so the only way to heal our Pokemon is by heading back and making sure. But honestly, since we do have a full party, while we're here, we should throw in a couple of these into the PC. Since if we do want to add any Pokemon, we don't have the way of adding them in the middle of a, like, just in general, don't have a way of swapping them out, like in the newer games, so sending them out now would be a good idea. But honestly, ooh, this one has pickup actually, we should keep you. And then honestly, we can hold on to the Wurmple. Wurmple's not a bad idea to hold, because depending on the Wurmple type, when it evolves, it could be a good one. So, if it's a Dustox, I don't mind holding on to it. If it's a Beautifly, we won't really need it as much. But it's definitely iffy when it comes to it. But, ooh, there's a Wingull, actually. Talking about the Wingull earlier, now we know for sure that that was a Wingull, because that's the only other thing with wings on this route that I could remember about. But honestly, level 2 Wurmple, not exactly what I was looking for. But, honestly, at least we checked. But this guy, yep, he's definitely a trainer. Thought so. Oh, sure, I'll accept your challenge. I have a lot of money. Well, you can tell by your suit, but yeah, you definitely should have some. But Rich Boy Winston. Okay, Winston, you have a Zigzagoon. Not exactly the first Pokemon I would think that you would have, but okay. Definitely not the first one, but I guess it's fair enough. But you're actually higher level than us, so we need to be a little careful here. But Zigzagoon shouldn't be too dangerous. Plus, we might get the chance to burn, and that would definitely help. I said a burn, and we ended up getting a burn. I'm very surprised about that, but we win this now no matter what. Even if he were to tail whip me here, he'd need to do a couple of them, at least about 4, to really get back to his original damage. Because the thing is by being burned, you lose half your attack stat, so he's not doing too good right now. Oh, full restore. That's, interesting. On a first level route, honestly, a full restore is definitely something interesting to see. He definitely lives up to the name of being a rich boy, that's for sure. Because full restore is a pretty big, flex, if I'll be honest. Because we can't buy those yet. That's a very, later game item, and, well, with the fact that he full restored and he got the tail whips, and, well, poor Drake got knocked out pretty easily. But honestly, not really our major fault there, to be fair, because the full restore was kind of out of nowhere, to be fair. But the growl is not going to really help you here, buddy. We're using special attacking moves at the moment, so that really did nothing for you. But here's another water gun, and apparently we're the same speed as Zigzagoon, so apparently we swapped turns there for a second. But 96 experience, not too bad. We'll take it. Why couldn't I win? 960. That's pretty good. We pretty much got a decent refund for the Pokeballs we bought. But poor Drake got knocked out because that's just a random out of nowhere, just in general, just burn heal from the full restore. But trainer tips: any Pokemon that appears even once in a battle is awarded EXP points. To raise a weak Pokemon, put it at the top of the team list first. As soon as a battle starts, switch it out. It will earn EXP points without being overexposed to any harm. And honestly, it's definitely... You're not even looking at me, but okay. I caught a whole bunch of Pokemon, Go, 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 my bug Pokemon team. Well, bug-type Pokemon, Drake would have loved that, but he's kind of sleeping right now. Not of his own accord, but still though, unfortunately. But this would be a perfect place for him to be getting some experience. But honestly, well, since Osborne's the only one that's truly up on our team, honestly, we'll definitely go about trying to get ourselves some experience here, since we'll definitely need it for, well, with the fact that we're definitely making our way to our first gym leader, well, any kind of experience will definitely help, that's for sure. But definitely, yeah, here Wurmple's not going to have much of a chance here, buddy. And you got a couple Wurmples, actually, so honestly, you can try, but if you're just going to do String Shot, it's not going to help you much, I'm going to be fair. Just because String Shot, although, well, we got a critical there, we got out of that with 1 turn instead of 2 with the last one. But level 11 for Osborne, we'll take that. We take any kind of levels we could get, honestly. And the third Wurmple, geez, you got a lot of Wurmples there, buddy. He's expecting you to more of have just either a Silicoon or a Cascoon for your final one. But a third Wurmple is, well, I guess fits you. With the fact that you got 2 other ones. But yeah, definitely, sorry here, buddy, but you need to go on down. And honestly, we'll take the free knockout. But down you go, and just like that, 60 more experience for us. I have all these Pokemon, but I couldn't win. Well, you're only using Wurmple, buddy. It's not really going to help you. I'm going to be honest. Maybe if you had a Dustox, or a Beautifly, but Wurmple on its own is not heavily strong. Also, apparently, ooh, that's actually probably a different Pokemon, actually. What are you? Something we haven't seen yet, so it's definitely worth going towards. It is a Slackoth. I will definitely take one of those. You know what? Sure. Okay. I'll definitely say yes to that. That is a Pokemon I don't really get a chance to ever put on a team. And honestly, could be fun, honestly. You know what? That might actually be something worth throwing on. Just because of the fact that, honestly, Slackoth is not a very bad Pokemon at all. There is some downsides to it, but honestly, it's a pretty fun Pokemon if you really get the chance to use it. So, you know what? We'll go about trying. Never a bad thing to at least try. And with Drake down, it would be nice to have another Pokemon to get some experience. Just so we're not only relying on Osborne at the moment. But there we go. Got ourselves a Slackoth pretty quickly. And honestly, not bad. I was not expecting to see one, just based on the fact that I'm pretty sure the only way to get a Slackoth is with the Dex Nav, and honestly, that was pretty quickly to get one, honestly. Slackoth's heart beats just once a minute. Whatever happens, it is content to loaf around motionless. It is rare to see this Pokemon in motion. The Slacker Pokemon, normal type, 2'7", and 52.9 pounds. Obviously, a Sloth Pokemon, but honestly, not a bad Sloth Pokemon at all, based on what it can do. But honestly, with it being female, it definitely will make it a little bit harder to name it. Because, well, I could have named it King Kong if I wanted to if it was male. But, honestly, this is definitely going to make it a little bit harder. But, we'll name you... I'm going to name you Lily. That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, that sounds kind of good for now. Yeah, I think, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with Lily. Not a bad name. Not my first choice on a name for a Slackoth, but honestly, I want to, you know, if it was in any other way, I would have named it King Kong. This is probably, or like Donkey Kong or something, but I'll take it. Not a one to be found. Hello? Hello? Have you seen any Pokemon called Shroomish around here? I really love that Pokemon. Nope, no Shroomishes. But, there is a Team Aqua grunt behind you. And that is far from what you're looking for, because it would be more of a water type than a grass type Pokemon that you're looking for. I was going to ambush you, but you had to dawdle in Petalburg Woods forever, didn't you? I got sick of waiting, so here I am. You Devon researcher, hand over those papers. How about no on that one? IE, you're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? You've gotta help me, please. We'll try. Huh? what do you think you're doing? What are you going to do to protect him? No one crosses Team Aqua gets any mercy, not even a kid. Come on and battle me. Well, you could definitely try, but here we go. We're getting ourselves into our very first Team Aqua fight of this adventure. And obviously, because we're playing Sapphire, we're going to be playing against Team Aqua. But if we were playing against an Omega Ruby, we'd be facing off against Team Magma. So if you guys are wondering the differences, there's your major difference, is obviously the teams. But honestly, with the fact that we're playing through Aqua, we'll be definitely meeting off with Archie in this game. But Maxie would be your main villain in Omega Ruby or regular Ruby. But technically, if you were playing Emerald, it would technically be both of them. So that's a good indicator for the games. But you were challenged by Team Aqua Grunts. And Team Aqua Grunt has a Poochyena. So technically not a water type, but definitely his Pokemon is Poochyena for a dark type. But primarily water type trainers, if you guys are wondering. But Osborne is definitely not going to be having the hardest time with a Poochyena. But is a Pokemon we do need to be careful around. Because Poochyena can be a dangerous Pokemon if you're under the right circumstances. So, under these circumstances, though, with us being level 11, we should be perfectly fine, like we just saw. Down goes Poochyena, we're now level 12, and honestly, 4 levels off of getting our evolution. Not too bad, honestly. Foresight, honestly, it really depends. Because the thing is being able to hit Ghost-type Pokemon with normal and Fighting-type moves can be good. But honestly, we really don't need it with the fact that we do have Water Gun. So, no, but thank you. I'll just say thank you to that, because it really doesn't matter. If we were a normal-type Pokemon, it would kind of be helpful, but most of the time you're just going to swap out your Pokemon anyways. You're crazy strong. 360 for winning. Not bad. 1/3 of what that rich kid had. You've got some nerve meddling with Team Aqua. Come on and battle me again. I wish I could say that, but I'm out of Pokemon. And hey, we of Team Aqua are also after something in Rustboro. I'll let you go for today. Well, see you later, Mr. Grunts. But at least we saved our little buddy here. Woo, that was awfully close. Thanks to you, he didn't rob me of these important papers. I know, I'll give you this as a thanks. And there we go. Now we have the XP share. And now it's went into our key item pocket. And now that it's in our key item pocket, now every single Pokemon on our team can actually get experience now, which is not too bad. The XP share is a super high-tech device. I had to strain every fiber of my brain and body to develop this device. Turn on the switch, and battle experience will be shared by all party Pokemon. Please give it a try. And with this, I'll restore your Pokemon's health. It's another technical advance that I'm proud of. And honestly, we're going to turn on the experience gain for everybody, because it's easier for a series if it's on, but technically you don't need it to always be on. But it's a nice little thing to, in the newer games, that kind of makes it less of a grind to gain experience. You can play with it off, but I'm going to play with it on, to be fair. But I'll definitely say it is an option in this game. But you had your Pokemon's HP restored. Well, he was trying to find a Spore Pokemon, to be fair, so not too bad. But unintentionally said restored. Didn't that Team Aqua thug say they were going after something in Rustboro too? Uh-oh, it's crisis. I can't be wasting time. I'll see you later, buddy. Well, thank you for the XP share, because, actually, I'm pretty sure you weren't ever supposed to give me that in the original game. Because that's more something I think you get during the second gym area, if I remember correctly. But it's already on. Okay, well, we don't need to worry about that then. Cool. Well, I'll definitely take me an XP share. Also, what Pokemon is that? Because it could be good. It is something we haven't seen yet, so it could be Shroomish that he was looking for. Nope, that is a evolution of Wurmple, and it could be Silicoon, I'm pretty sure. No, that's a Cascoon. Okay, cool. Well, that would evolve into a Dustox. But definitely not bad. Also, because he revived our Pokemon, Drake got to get back up. Poor Drake got knocked out because of that rich boy, but honestly, I'll take what we can get. And a free revive is not a bad thing, honestly. But with the fact that this is a new Pokemon that we don't have yet, honestly, it would be an instant upgrade from the Wurmple. So it wouldn't be too bad to grab it if we do want to swap out the Wurmple immediately. But not too bad. There we go. Cascoon's now been caught. And honestly, a better thing to pad out our inventory with the fact of just having that in general. But Cascoon's data has now been added to your Pokedex. And with that being said, there we go. The Cocoon Pokemon. It is a pure bug type for now, but it will become a poison type later. A 2 foot 4 inches. Weight is 25.4 pounds. If it is attacked, Cascoon remains motionless. However badly it may be hurt, it does so because if it were to move, its body would be weak upon evolution. This Pokemon will also not forget the pain it endured. And honestly, not bad Pokemon to add to the team for now, since any kind of Pokemon we can get will come in handy later. But definitely going to say we should keep Drake out on top. If you take bug Pokemon to school, you get to instantly be popular. Really? Don't really see how that's possible, but sure, I'll believe you. And you have a Nincada. Not a bad Pokemon, honestly. Depending on what you end up evolving it into, it definitely can become a pretty good Pokemon. One of the fastest Pokemon, too, when it comes to its evolutions. And honestly, with the fact that the improved Leech Life should be in this game, not a bad Pokemon to add to a team. And also, Insta-Burned. Not too bad. That should make us survive another hit from this thing. So let it go for a Leech Life. It won't get as much HP either from the heal that it should get from the Leech Life. But honestly, that should give us the win here just because of the burn. Because this guy should not have a full restore. There is no way about that one. The only way that other guy had one was because of the, the rich part of his name. But, honestly, I'll definitely take me a free win there, because we were under normal circumstances, we should have lost that one, just because of the burn ended up helping us. But a level 7 for Drake will definitely take the level, because him getting knocked out because of the unfortunate full restore definitely helps out in the end, because any kind of experience gain, well, honestly, is going to help out now. But down goes James, and honestly, not too bad. Got pretty lucky with the burn, though, for sure. I can't be popular if I lose, and 128 for winning. Not bad. We'll take the free, and does not look like Nincada is here. Thought he was with the fact that, well, just in general, with the fact that he used one. But I'm actually surprised. I thought you could get Nincada here. I'm actually confused about that one. Am I remembering wrong? Just because, I'm pretty sure that is normally the case. Let's see. No, it's a route up ahead. Okay. I thought I was remembering that right, but apparently I was wrong. Weird. Okay then. Well, obviously it's Route 116, or 116 I should say, but under normal circumstances, routes would be 1 to like 10 and stuff like that. But in the Hoenn region, well, they ended up keeping the... Ooh, actually, what is that? Is that something new as well? Nope, that is just another Slackoth, I think. It is something we've seen before, but it's worth double checking. But honestly, not too bad. Okay, well, let's make our way out of, oh, something's going on. Oh, Team Aqua grunt. This is the Petalburg Recon team checking in. I'm afraid I have to begin with an apology, Mr. Matt. It's not good news. The mission is a no-go. A little something cropped up and got in the way. Roger that. Got it? Will do. I'll continue investigating the energy we detected. Energy, you say? Phew. But that kid sure had some promise as a trainer, I'd say. Well, you could definitely say that one. But, interesting, though. Definitely interesting. We were being watched there. Other than the Team Aqua grunt that we knocked out. But, definitely, good to know that, there is definitely something more going behind the scenes, for sure. Because, well, under normal circumstances, well, sometimes you just don't know. But, definitely gonna take me some free berries while we're here. And also, what's going on with you? What's up? I like to shout my lungs out. It feels so good. Here, you can have this, so you try it out. Use it on a Pokemon and it will learn a move that attacks with its voice. If the move is used several times in a row, it becomes more powerful. Oh, that's, yeah, echoed voice. I'll take it. Although, I was thinking it was going to be Uproar, based on the fact that, well, that makes more sense, but I'll take it. A word of advice, a TM or technical machine can only be used so many times. It can use many times. It won't go away, so try it out as many times as you want. Used to the newer way of how they brought back the old way, because in the old games originally TMs went away immediately, but they brought back the way of the TMs, well, being one-time use per, but in the middle way of the Pokemon games, I think it was X and Y where it started, they started making them used infinitely, which is good, but it's kind of confusing when you think of it in the newer game sense as being the old ways. So it's kind of like, oh, I'll take it, but it's going to kind of mess up with how I think in the newer games is basically the way of thinking of it. Hello. This is the Pretty Petal Flower Shop, spreading flowers throughout the world. Your name is? Spooks. That's a nice name. Spooks, would you like to learn about berries? Yes, because I'm pretty sure I need to get something from you. Berries grow on trees that thrive only in soft soil. If you take some berries, be sure to plant one in the soft soil. A planted berry will soon sprout, grow into a plant, flower beautifully, and then grow berries again. I want to see the whole wide world filled with beautiful flowers. That's my dream. Please help me, Spooks. Plant berries and bring more flowers into the world. Do I not need the, I guess not. Okay. Well, I guess we don't need to worry about going in here then. I could have sworn you don't have a way of... Let me check, actually. I guess there's a good way to check. Throw this in here. No, we don't. Okay, I thought so. We don't have a watering pot. I was like, wait a minute. How are we gonna go about, watering them? Hello. Flowers will bloom beautifully and bear many berries if you take good care of them. You'll like tending flowers, I'm sure. You can have this. And there we go. Wrong person to talk to is what happened. Spooks obtained the Whalmer Pail, and now added it to our key item pocket. While berry plants are growing, water them with the Whalmer Pail. Oh, another thing. If you don't pick up berries for a while, they'll drop onto the ground, but they'll sprout again. Isn't that awesome? It's like they have the will to live. Okay then. Well, thank you for the information. Did not know they drop on the ground though, that's interesting. But, yeah, definitely having a Whalmer Pail will definitely come in handy later if I need to get any kind of berries. But the thing is with this game, if I remember correctly, there is a way to, well, super training's one way to up your Pokemon, but you should be able to... Is it in the Pokemon-Ami? I don't think it is, but I think the Pokemon-Ami is the giving your Pokemon, yeah, playing with your Pokemon and stuff like that. So we don't need to do that, but it is something to note. But honestly, what I'm trying to talk about is more under the... There's a... It's like Pokemon Islands or something like that. I'm trying to remember the exact, name of it. But you can go and, plant berries and stuff like that. And you don't have to go about and try and find every single berry place that you planted something. So basically, plant a berry in the app, and then you can pull berries out, basically. But it is timed, though. But it is a much easier way of obtaining berries that you want to have in surplus, though. We must have been fated to meet. May I ask you for a battle? Well, you could definitely do so. Didn't mean to run into you immediately, because I didn't see you. But, honestly, you were placed there for a reason, to be fair. But honestly, you did catch me off guard, to be fair. Ooh, you're level 10. Drake, you are definitely going to want to move. So, Osborne, you're going to have to tank a hit here for a second. just because of the fact that, yeah, there's no way that Drake is going to be even thinking about blocking one hit from a Zigzagoon that's 3 levels higher than him. But, let's definitely start throwing out those water guns. It is going for tail whips, so we need to be careful not to get hit by too many of those, because if it gets a couple of those in, it's going to hurt. But thankfully, not a Pokemon we need to primarily worry about, but it is definitely not a Pokemon we want to stay in a fight for too long with. And that was apparently not a critical, even though it looked like one. It was just a very good roll. Also another full restore. Okay then. Well, that caught me off guard. But, well, let's definitely just give you another hit with another water gun there. We might get lucky with another good roll, though. So, although the Zigzagoon did get a free heal, it didn't even matter. Sorry there, buddy. That's what you get for cheating. Because using a full restore on me is a little early, I'm gonna be fair. But, we got a couple levels for a couple Pokemon, not too bad. But, honestly, just the fact that we're getting levels on our main Pokemon, that's more of what I worry about. That's definitely what I'd rather see. Oh my, 1,200, not bad. Pretty good experience. I'll definitely have to say that one. I'll take it. But I will say, because we did take a beating there, let's definitely go about healing everybody, since we don't have a Pokemon Center nearby that we can immediately use at our leisure right now. So let's definitely at least give a little bit of a heal to our party, so we're at least a little bit better in the HP front. Oops, forgot X actually closes that. That's one thing I actually forgot. And I was meaning to swap, like in the newer games, that's what I was trying to do. But, let's see here. Let's throw out Lily immediately, because then Lily can get some experience, and she'll need it, since her, at the moment, is not going to be too strong. But if we can get her a couple levels, then, yeah, she'll definitely be doing better. Should I, or shouldn't I? Okay, sure, I will battle. Okay, well, let's definitely battle, what you got for us. So, last Haley, a Lotad, not bad. Might not have to worry about that. But at the same time, though, it is iffy. But, oh no, same level. Okay, this is good. Encore could be good. Probably under this, actually. Yeah, you can keep using, just in general, Absorb. That could come in handy. And then what we can do is do a Yawn, and then put you to sleep. And that'll kind of waste your turns for a couple turns. And, well, we have the True-On ability, and that's the reason why I said that. At first, Lily isn't going to be doing much, and that's the reason. And that's the drawback that I was talking about, basically. So, that's the drawback of, just in general, of this type of Pokemon. But because now that we have the Yawn in, we should, or well, actually, well, the True-On kind of messed me up. Now I'm thinking that I did or I didn't. And let's just throw the potion in now, since we did take the critical. But as long as our Lotad goes to sleep on this turn, I know for sure that our... Yeah, okay. I just got confused because of the True-On. But there we go. Now that Lotad is asleep, now we can do some real, well, attacks. So let's definitely go about trying to do some scratches here. The loafing around is going to get a little iffy, though, with this. But for the most part, as long as Lotad is asleep, we should be getting some decent damage in, because Slackoth has some decent attack stats outside of the one ability, and that's the reason why it has the ability, is because of its attack stats. So, although it can hurt to, you know, be True-Haunted and lose a couple turns because of it, technically you can get rid of the ability by using different types of moves. So, Entrainment, I believe, is the move that I'm thinking of. I don't really use it, to be honest, so I'm trying to think if that is indeed right. I'm pretty sure it is. But it lets you train the opposing Pokemon, or one of your own Pokemon if you're in a double battle, your ability. So basically, if you have, like, No Guard or something like that, and you have a one-hit move, well, get No Guard onto that Pokemon with a one-hit move, and, well, let's be honest here, it's definitely going to be a pretty good day, because one-hit KOing everything is pretty nice, if you get the chance to do so. But Shroomish is definitely a Pokemon that might put a little bit of a dampen into things right here for us at the current moment. Not a bad Pokemon, I actually really do like Shroomish. But I'm definitely going to say, let's go for the Yawn. We got lucky with the avoiding of the Sunspore, because Sunspore would definitely be pretty bad, especially on a Pokemon like Slackoth. But if we can get that in, not too bad. Okay, cool. Now that we got that in, I guess we just go in for a couple free swings. I want to keep Lily in, though, for this fight, because being able to get the experience for the fight would be nice, I'll be honest, since the Pokemon, well, that knocks out the Pokemon gets the most experience. So if we swap out Slackoth now, we won't be getting the free experience that we can gain. But thankfully, I think because of the fact that although we got paralyzed, Truant shouldn't affect us. Oh, no, it does. Okay. I thought it was I thought that didn't happen anymore, but apparently I was wrong. But yeah, definitely that is a bad thing. And we do not do any damage, so we are instantly swapping out then. I was thinking we were going to do more damage than, you know, a little bit, but I forgot that Shroomish actually has some defenses. So, yeah, probably a good idea to swap out. But we do have Fire Fang, so this isn't a bad thing in the long run. So let's definitely give a nice little bite into Shroomish here. Just need to be careful about being paralyzed. And, well, we're paralyzed now, we're slower now. But that's not entirely a bad thing. Can be, but under the right circumstances, as long as we didn't get paralyzed again. Thankfully we didn't. The Fire Fang got to go through, and down goes the Shroomish. Not bad at all. We got some decent experience for everybody. And Lily got up to level 7, which is pretty good. And level 13 for Osborne. Not bad. And technically we should be seeing what that Wurmple turns into soon, since I believe level 6 is the evolution for Wurmple, so we might get the other variant, which would be nice. Maybe I should have haven't battled. Probably not, but I'll take the free experience, nonetheless. And apparently I am wrong on that. Oh, first double battle, okay. Well, let's see here. The paralysis is definitely not the first thing that's gonna help us here. But, yeah, we'll try. We'll see what we can do here. But, yeah, well, we have a paralysis here. I guess that helps. It could have been much worse, though, if we didn't have that, to be fair. But thankfully, we got lucky with that. Also, Zigzagoon picked up something. What did you pick up, buddy? I actually kind of think we might be good. It doesn't tell us. Ooh, escape rope. I'll take it. Not a bad item to get for free. But, let's see what the double battle is here. We're twins, so we battle Pokemon together, too. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. But honestly, just seeing double battles again is something I'm actually pretty happy about, because in Scarlet and Violet, there really wasn't any, for the most part. Maybe in, like, DLC stuff, but when it comes to, like, the original, like, base game, honestly, the Ghost-type gym in Montenevera was really the only ghost, like, you know, double battle, just in general, like, just to do anything. So it was like, it was weird to, you know, only have double battles there, because, you know, there really wasn't much to do outside of for, like, double battle stuff, because there was no, like, normal trainers out there that doubled up or anything, so it was like, what do you do in that situation? Like, you want to like, train out your Pokemon and know that you have good moves for, like, you know, online battles, you kind of have to just go straight into the online battles without, like, double checking your strategies are going to work beforehand. But honestly, yeah, it was weird not to have anything in terms of just any kind of normal double battles outside of the gym leader. I don't really get why that happened, but it was strange. But it was a first, for sure. Because, you know, just in general, not seeing double battles is strange, just in the normal way of thinking. Down goes Lotad, although it is a water type, because of the grass typing, we were still able to do normal damage with that fire. Nice little flame bite there, but honestly, not bad. Fire Fang definitely went pretty good there. I'm so disappointed that we lost, We lost even though we fought together. Well, sometimes that isn't always the thing that's going to help you. But there's our Wurmple, and thankfully we'll get to check if it is a Cascoon or not now. Because I was curious on what it would evolve into. That's kind of why I kept it in the party, just in case if we didn't get a Cascoon. Because having a Cascoon would be nice, but we ended up getting both of them back to back. That's not too bad. Congratulations, your Wurmple has now evolved into a Silicoon, the alternate version of Wurmple, / the alternate evolution line, because, well, this will get us into the Beautifly. Well, the Cascoon will get us into Dustox. Not too bad. And we didn't get a Pokedex entry, so let's go and grab that real quick. No reason not to, since the fact that we now have the Pokemon, we should read it, so let's definitely go about doing so. But there we go. Good old Silicoon. Silicoon, the Cocoon Pokemon. Bug type, weight 2 foot, and 22 pounds. Silicoon was thought to endure hunger and not consume anything before its evolution. However, it is now thought that this Pokemon slacks its thirst. Okay, I've never heard slacks like that, but slakes its thirst by drinking rainwater that it collects on its silk. Silicoon, the Cocoon Pokemon. Not too bad. We'll definitely take the free evolution for Wurmple, because I was heavily thinking that I was gonna end up being the same one we caught for the Pokemon it eventually turns into, but not too bad. We're now into Rustboro City, and, well, there's our rival. Hey May, long time no see.
Oh, so you made it here to Rustboro too, Spooks.
We definitely did. Pretty quickly, in fact, honestly.
It's really big here, isn't it? Little Root can't even compare.
Honestly, yeah, compared to Little Root, this place is huge.
Oh, and Spooks, have you heard? There's a Pokemon gym here too.
That is indeed true. We learned that from our dad, though, but thanks for reminding us.
Once I catch a couple more Pokemon, I'll be sure to take it on with my team. See you later.
I'll see you later, May. And off she goes, running completely out of here. But, not too bad, though. Should go about, healing our Pokemon, to be fair. But Team Aqua should be here too, as well, based on what we were told. And, well, the scientist is, right outside the Pokemon Center, it looks like, or it could be a different guy to be fair, but still though, it seems like it should be him, based on what we know. But let's definitely talk to him and see if it is the same one. Hello, are you the same guy? Nope, you are definitely not. Oh, are you a new face here? Have you just transferred into the Pokemon Trainer School? Pokemon Trainer School? Well, I didn't even know there was one here. Cutter's house. Oh, I forgot you were here. Well, no, this isn't the same guy. I was thinking of a different person. That determined expression, that limbered way you move, and your well-trained Pokemon. You're obviously a skilled trainer. No wait, don't say a word. I can tell just by looking at you. I'm sure that you will be capable of putting this HM to good use. No need to be modest or shy. Go on and take it. You obtained HM01 cuts. And honestly, Hidden Move 01 is definitely going to come in handy with the fact that we're going to be running into trees quite a lot. But there we go, we'll take it. Any Pokemon that's learned Cut can chop down prickly trees if the trainer has earned the stone badge. HMs like this can be used outside of a battle too, with the right badges of course. And honestly, we'll definitely take it. But yeah, definitely having HM01 will definitely come in handy, since cutting trees is definitely something we're going to need to be ready for in the future. And also, we got the good old museum here too. But, technically, we don't really have much of a use for that, with the fact that we don't have a fossil yet. If we did, it would come in handy. But, yeah, for the time being, we don't need to worry about that. Time-saving tunnel nearing completion. That's what it says on the sign, but there's also a giant X on it, splashed across it in red paint. Definitely, yeah, you could definitely say that one on the red paint part. Rustboro City, but this is also where, and that's a Skitty up there. Although that's not exactly what I'm looking for at the current moment. Honestly, if we can get a Nincada, that would be kind of cool. It is completely dependent on finding it, though, but we'll see what the first one is. Oh, it's a Whisper. Well, I was not expecting to see a Whisper immediately, but not a bad Pokemon, for sure. Although we do have a normal-type Pokemon already in our party that kind of makes Whisper not as much needed, but the sound-based Pokemon is not a bad Pokemon to run into by any means, honestly. I'll definitely have to be honest, Whisper is pretty decent, for the most part, especially with its evolution line, since Loudred and Exploud can be pretty good Pokemon depending on, what you're dealing with. And honestly, not a bad Pokemon line, to be fair. Mostly, what I like Whisper for when it comes to the line is mostly Loudred, and the reason why is because of the fact of, well, in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, well, Loudred is a main Pokemon of that. And the Loudred in that game is definitely pretty memorable, I'll have to say. But Whisper, the Whisper Pokemon, normal type, 2 foot, 35.9 pounds, basically 36 pounds. Whisper is very timid. If it starts to cry loudly, it becomes startled by its own crying, and cries even harder. When it finally stops crying, the Pokemon goes to sleep, all tired out. And honestly, because of it being a normal type, our other normal type Lily is definitely not going to be needing to worry about having any swappage between Whisper and Slack Off, because honestly, as long as we can get out of the Slack Off part of the line, honestly, we're going to have a good time. But that should be another Skitty, I think. Oh no, that's actually a different Pokemon. Okay, well, never mind. My Pokemon and I rule. Check us out. I was hoping to see if that was an Incada, but I think it was based on the cry. But unfortunately, we had a Pokemon trainer run in front of us. Unfortunately, I was really hoping that was, because then we would have been able to double check if it was. And if it was, well, I'm gonna be honest, getting an Incada would be kind of cool, due to the fact of, well, the Pokemon that Incada can evolve into. And honestly, I never really got to have a Nincada on a team, like, as a main Pokemon on any of my teams, even in, like, series that we've done, to just in general, like, Pokemon games I played before even doing any kind of, like, YouTube stuff for you guys. So, I don't know why I'm throwing a That was just I don't even know what just happened there, but there you go. the don't be a thief line. Did not mean to do that. I don't know why my brain went on autopilot for a second there. But as I was saying, just in general with everything to go with, just in general for Nincada, well, I never actually had a chance to actually put on a team. It's a pretty good Pokemon if you can, put one on your team. And, well, I never really thought to do so. It's not a bad Pokemon whatsoever, though. But definitely, Machop. That is definitely not a Pokemon we want to be in the fight with, though. So, Drake, you need to get out of here right away, buddy. And I'm going to be honest there, that is far from a Pokemon you want to be going up against. Since Machop is far from a friendly Pokemon when it comes to Dark and Normal type Pokemon, which is our two other Pokemon's weaknesses. So, yeah, probably one we need to be careful about. But, well, honestly, Osborne, our Mudkip here, is far from a Pokemon that needs to worry about Machop. But yeah, definitely the other two Pokemon, for Lily and Drake, yeah, definitely not a Pokemon we want to be messing with, for sure. A level 14, not too bad. Level 10 for Drake as well. And we also got the actual Bite version, so now we have Fire Fang and we have Bite. So now we have same type attack boost for Dark type, which is pretty good. Ouch, a scrape. And I have to put on a bandage. You already have one on your nose, but makes sense that you need more if you're going about scraping yourself up. But honestly, with that being said, I think we're pretty much ready for the end of today's episode. Since, honestly, we don't have enough time for Rustboro City's gym, since once we got into the town, I noticed that we were not going to have enough time to go through the gym, so I thought it would be best to just go to Route 116 and see if we can find that Nincada, but ended up not finding it in the time limit. But honestly, not too bad. We definitely had done quite a decent amount. And honestly, with the gym now upon us in the next episode, well, we know exactly what we're going to be doing in the next episode, getting our very first gym badge. And, well, preparing for whatever journeys await afterwards. Since it's still the beginning of the game, our journey is still on the unknown side. But we still do need to worry about Team Aqua, obviously, since now that we've met them, well, we know they're somewhere around here. Although, where they are? Good question. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.